What's up guys, Miggy the Tech Guy here, and today we'll be talking about if the OnePlus 7T Pro McLaren Edition is the best bang for your buck going into 2022. Let's find out. To start off, this phone is fantastic. It is blazing fast, has solid cameras, solid battery life, all around a great well-rounded device. You are not going to find anything under the $400 price point that simply matches this spec for spec, blow for blow. It is a fantastic phone, and we're going to go over a few key features like build quality, cameras, screen, specs, just to name a few things that we're going to be talking about today for you guys. I think this phone is a great contender for your money to buy here in 2022, not just any phone. This is a great phone not just for the price, but it's a great phone, period. I cannot say enough about this device. This device is so cool. I love it. I actually downgraded from a Galaxy S20 Plus to the OnePlus 7T Pro McLaren Edition just because I missed this phone so much. I had it prior to the Galaxy S20 Plus that I had purchased, and I missed it. There was just so much I missed about it. It just felt more fluid. Even though it's 90 Hz versus 120 Hz on the display, it's still a better bang for my buck to me, and I just missed everything about it. I love this phone to death. I love the all-screen display. I'm tired of punch holes or any notches of any sort. I hate that stuff. It's just not for me personally. I think this was probably pinnacle. I know that they're going to start putting selfie cameras underneath the display, but this one is cool because it has the pop-up camera. Either way, let's get into it. Let's talk about build quality. The build quality on the OnePlus 7T Pro McLaren is so fantastic with its papaya orange accents, its triple camera setup going downward on the back, the cool little sheen that it has in the light when you see it captures light. Really awesome. I love it so much. Super cool. Definitely a great built device. You're going to go ahead and see that it has a mute and silent switch here. And this is something that I wish they had on all devices. It's such a great thing that the iPhone definitely had first, but they took note and put that on this device, and it's really freaking awesome. I love the fact that I can just quickly go from, silent to vibrate to full sound in just a moment's notice. I don't even have to really look at it. I can just do it in my pocket if I need to. If I'm, going on a shoot for videos or anything like that, I can definitely go ahead and do that. Or if I need, a call to come through, I can put it on ringer so that people can actually get a hold of me, even though I like having my phone on silent all the time. I know it's a bad habit, but I do that anyway. It's cool that I can do that, at a moment's notice if I need to. As far as everything goes, this is a phone for its price. You're not going to find anything built better. You're just not. With the build quality, you're going to look at that screen. That screen is gorgeous. You're getting a huge AMOLED display at 2K resolution. Look at that beautiful display. It's super awesome. It's great because it has 90 Hz. I know it's not 120. I know it's not 144 or 165 like these gaming phones that they have out. But 90 Hz will do you just fine. You're not going to be yearning for 120 Hz. Like I said, I downgraded from the Galaxy S20 Plus to this. So I went from 120 Hz to 90 Hz. And to be honest with you, I don't really notice a difference. There's really not much of a difference at all. This one is still flying through everything that I put it through. And I make mobile videos on KineMaster on this. This is a little computer in your hand. It's freaking awesome. I would recommend this to anybody who's not trying to break the bank but wants to get a great device all around. So as far as that goes, it has an in-display fingerprint scanner on that display. That's beautiful. So you're getting in your phone immediately. Like literally, it just opens up. It's going straight into your device, no problems. It works 99% of the time. I really don't have any mess ups with it. It's probably one of the fastest in-display fingerprint scanners that I've used. They've really honed that in this model. And if for it being from 2019, it still feels like a flagship today. Like a Snapdragon A7iii Plus is nothing to scoff at. It still has 12 gigs of RAM, which is basically future-proof because, that's more than a lot of computers have. Even the M1 Max started at a base of 8. So this is 12 gigabytes of RAM in a smartphone. It's more than you could ever need, especially if if you're shopping for around this price. I'm sure you weren't even expecting to get 12 gigs of RAM and a Snapdragon A7iii Plus, which can still it's just amazing for its build quality, the screen, the fingerprint scanner. Everything screams premium, but isn't a premium price. That's what's awesome about it. You can't find anything under $400 that matches this. That's just a fact. Next, we can talk about those specs. Snapdragon 855 Plus, 12 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gigabytes of 3.0 storage, which is fast in itself. I know that they have 3.1 out now, but there's no problem. There's no stutters, there's no lag. It's smooth, buttery smooth, everything that you do on it. You can watch YouTube videos, you can browse the web, go on Facebook, play games. That's what's really awesome about this, is that you can actually play Fortnite on this, which I'll show you some footage of me playing Fortnite on this device. It's just amazing. I can't believe it's this old. It's almost 3 years old, you know? That's crazy to me that we've come up on literally like 2.5 years of this phone being out, and how good it still is. It still tops the spec charts. I mean, yeah, it's not a Snapdragon 865, it's not a Snapdragon 888, but you don't really need more than this power right now. Maybe in the future there will be more computational power and whatnot for phones, but you won't really be missing out on much with this. It's fantastic. As far as charging goes, it does come in the box on Amazon Renewed when you purchase it, just with a regular charger. So you will want to purchase that Warp Charge 30T charger. I'm going to show you some footage of the phone with it. It's definitely a recommendation because it's only like 20 bucks online if you purchase it from Amazon as well. So you're looking at $365 for the phone, 20 bucks for the charger. You can't really go wrong, especially because even though it doesn't have wireless charging, which a lot of people are used to having and miss and stuff, I don't really care for wireless charging. It's not really fast anyway. I know that the newer phones have it and whatnot, and they do have fast charging for the OnePlus phones that's wireless. But when you need to top off, you just plug it in. It actually changes up your charging habits with 30T. I know that there's faster, but 30T is plenty fast. Like, you can get this thing a full day's worth of battery in like 15-20 minutes if you needed to. If you can top it off, you can go a whole day without worrying about it. And if you're not, you could just carry the charger with you and charge it wherever you're going to be at. It's not that big of a deal. It's changed my charging habits. I'm kind of used to the fact that it's fast now. It's faster than most flagship phones anyway. So definitely something to be noted is that the battery may not be very large in this thing. It's a little over 4,000 milliamp hours, but it lasts pretty much all day, especially for moderate to heavy use, and I am a pretty heavy user on my phone. But you're looking at a really great, well-rounded device for battery life, and you really can't go wrong. It's really awesome. Next, we're going to talk about those cameras. Triple camera setup. You're looking at a ultra-wide, wide, and telephoto lenses. 3 times telephoto. I'm not going into the specs or anything like that. I'll put them up on the screen if you want to see specs and whatnot. I'm not going to really talk about them here. It's a great camera. I don't care about what people were saying in reviews prior. It's definitely gotten better with software updates, but you can get some really solid footage out of this. As for video, pictures, I'll put up some pictures here for you guys to look at from this phone. There's some macro pictures because this camera, instead of the regular OnePlus 7 Pro, actually takes macro pictures, which the iPhone 13 Pro does and the S21 Ultra do. They take macro photos, and to be honest, you can't really tell the difference. It's really good. It's super good, especially with great lighting. When you get into the darker lighting situations, obviously it's going to hinder there, but it's not bad. It has a great night mode on it. I didn't find myself putting Gcam on this because the stock camera app is actually really good. OnePlus kind of honed it in. So if you're looking for great cameras at a budget, this is actually really good. I think it contends even with some of the better phones, to be honest with you. I know that people have pixel peeked and looked at different photos versus this one, and it doesn't quite match up, but for $365, the cameras you get on this is fantastic. Like, literally, like, above what you would expect to come out of your smartphone for that cheap. It's a very inexpensive gateway into taking great photos. It's a camera. The best camera that you have is the one that's on you, and this is no problem in taking any photos that you want, whether you're going out for a day at the zoo, you're going out with your kids, whatever you're doing, and you need to take photos of stuff, this can take it no problem. It takes 4K video out of the wide and ultra wide cameras. You can get great footage out of it. I've shot music videos with the OnePlus 7 Pro and 7T Pro, and it's great. It actually works really well, especially if you know how to color grade and edit and stuff. It really holds its own. It's definitely really awesome. I recommend purchasing this device if you want some nice cameras for a budget. Overall, the OnePlus 7T Pro McLaren is probably one of the best devices, not only in its budget range, so for $365 it's a steal regardless, but if you put it up against the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, my girlfriend has one. She owns a Galaxy S21 Ultra, and sometimes she wishes she had my phone. That's a crazy thing to think about, that she has one of the best phones from 2021, and she's still kind of like envious about the fact that I have a phone that's from 2019. That's crazy to me. Like, that just shows you how good of a phone this phone really is. So that's a testament. I think if you guys are looking to not spend a lot of money, and you don't want to break the bank, and you want to get a phone that's going to last you a long time and you're going to enjoy very much, this is the phone to get. I recommend it wholeheartedly. Go ahead and check it out. You can get it on Amazon renewed for $365 around that price, maybe a little more, a little less, depending on where you find it. Even if you go on eBay, you might find it cheaper, and it might come with a charger, but it will be used probably. If you want to go the Amazon renewed route, I recommend that you do go that route, because you're going to get basically a brand new phone. And yeah, it comes with a generic charger for an extra $20 to get yourself a charger. Is not that big of a deal. I think it's, totally worth it, which is still keeping it under the $400 price point. So as far as budget phone goes, this is probably the best budget phone that you're going to find for your mighty dollar that you're going to be spending, especially during the, like these times and with post-COVID and everything like that. I know people are hurting for cash. This is a phone to go for. I don't recommend really anything else. If anybody wants a really cheap phone or inexpensive phone that's going to last them a long time, I always recommend the OnePlus series phones, the 7T Pro, the 7 Pro, the 7T, or even an 8T. 8T's kind of come down in price too. It's still above $400, but not too much. So you can even get that if you want to. Either way, this is the best budget phone. It's only going to go down in price most likely, and if you don't feel like shelling out the extra cash to buy the McLaren edition, the OnePlus 7 Pro 8GB 256GB model is more than capable. It's going to do almost everything that this does. It just has the Snapdragon 855 versus the Snapdragon 855 Plus, 8 gigs of RAM versus 12 gigs of RAM. So if you don't really need that little extra oomph out of your phone, that's not a bad idea either. The OnePlus 7 Pro does not have the super macro lens, but to be honest with you, the OnePlus 7 Pro can still get pretty close to stuff. I used to take pictures of bugs and flowers up close with my OnePlus 7 Pro when I had that. When that first came out, I actually had the OnePlus 7 Pro as my main device for a while, and then I upgraded to the OnePlus 7T Pro McLaren edition. Then I upgraded to the Galaxy S20 Plus, and I was like, you know what? I miss this phone. I'm going back to it. Either way, that's been my quick little talk and review of the OnePlus 7T Pro McLaren edition here in 2022. This is a great buy. I can't recommend it enough. If you guys are looking to shop for something inexpensive, get you this and get yourself onto Mint Mobile. Definitely check them out. Shout out to Ryan Reynolds. He is awesome for having this service for as cheap as it is. You can buy it in 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. I am not sponsored by them. I should be though. I would love to be sponsored by Mint Mobile here on this channel eventually one day. But I love their service. Just make sure that their service works in your area. They run off of T-Mobile's towers, so that's a pretty much good guesstimate. Is if T-Mobile's good in your area, chances are Mint Mobile is going to be. It's going to be much cheaper. So if you're trying to save money with your plan and save money on your phone, this is the best way to go. Either way, that's it. I'm Miggy the Tech Guy, and I'm out. Have a great day. Peace.